Alright, I have some really cool knives today. You know, when you make videos like this, obviously you can't buy everything yourself. And maybe some things just don't appeal to you enough to buy. But I'd like to thank Mike Gault. Once again, he sent me 5 knives to check out. This being one of them, the all carbon fiber Fox Suru. And I generally don't like small knives like this, but just from a first impression standpoint, I do actually like this one. I would actually carry it, use it as a regular EDC knife. There is a little texture on the carbon fiber, but I actually kind of like that. Makes it kind of feel like G10. I don't remember what this weighs, but it's extremely light. But this is one of them. Get a little bit of time with this, let you know about it. That's the first one. The second one is the Sandrin Tungsten Carbide knife. This is definitely something different. I suppose you could EDC this knife. The handle does not lend itself to extended cutting from what I can tell. But just from a standpoint of being different and what it is, it's an absolutely awesome knife. It's extremely sharp. It's definitely a two-handed open and close. The pivot is a little tight, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm sure if it was much looser than what it was, it could possibly open up in your pocket. But this is definitely a really cool piece right here. And I don't want to cut myself with this, so I'm going to go ahead and two-hand open it. This was sharpened by somebody. It's extremely sharp. I can't be cutting myself now with the health problems I had, but this is the Booze Blade Smoke carbon fiber with the blue titanium on the back. When I've handled other versions of this before, but it's been a while. And I know when I talked to Mike last night, I said I don't know if I'd necessarily, if I had something like this, if I'd carry it as an EDC. But I'll tell you, after holding it and messing around with it a little bit, and it definitely has a nice action, I could see myself EDCing something like this. Doesn't feel like it has any real hot spots. I like the pocket clip a lot. It's definitely nice looking with the carbon fiber and the blue titanium. And next, he sent the ZT-0609 Sprint Run. It's the RJ Martin. It's the bluish purple looking color, I guess you'd call it, with the black DLC S35VN. This is never a knife that I gave any thought to in pictures. You know, it's not something I would usually buy, but I have to say, actually holding it, flipping it, messing around with it, I can definitely see why people like it. It's comfortable in lots of different grips. It's actually a really nice knife, much nicer than I gave it credit for when I first saw it. But I definitely like this guy. It's nice. Can't wait to do a little bit with that. And last, the ZT-0470 Sinkovich. If I remember right, I want to say this one maybe came from, I'm not going to say, I'm going to have to ask Mike first. but it was anodized this bronze color, and it does have, in the right light, when you turn it, it has hints of purple on some of the edges. And I know a lot of people have said it. I got to be honest, it's definitely a bigger Kershaw Atmos. I do have a Kershaw Atmos. Outside of actually being bigger, it's pretty much the same thing, which is really cool to see. But I definitely like this one also. So these are the 5 that I got from Mike Gault to take a look at. I'm going to do a little bit of cutting with some of them and give some better thoughts about them. But right now, just from initial, I like all these. All of them are really cool in different ways for different things. And like I said, Mike Gault, thank you very much for sending them along so that I could check them out. And as always, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching.